Hello everyone and welcome to game 3 of this best of 5 series between Kiwi Clone and Check6 Gaming, and this is actually game 3 of Caliber versus xSixMystik, which will determine who gets the point in the best of 5 series of this week's game between the two teams. Hope you got that because it is a mouthful once again. And xSixMystik has actually shown us some great play on Shakura's Plateau. Last game, it was so fun to watch drops everywhere, denying third bases, denying fourth bases, just keeping that army where he wants it to be, and eventually just overrunning the Protoss army with his own Zerg forces. Now, Caliber is looking like he's going to go for the same build, going to throw down the pylon on the low ground. On Shakura's, he actually went for a Nexus first, then threw down Forge. On a Tal'Darim Altar, he actually went the opposite. He threw down a Forge and then the Nexus. Antigua shipyard, that is this map, actually has a choke point kind of in between the two, so it is anyone's guess to what he's going to do. It looks like he's going to throw down the Forge because that is the safe thing to do. And xSixMystik asking, is this MLG? It is not, because I do believe that they have the supply depots on the low ground, even on this Antigua shipyard map. So I guess MLG does not allow close spawns like this. Comment and tell me if it does, because I have no idea. Anyways, these positions are actually not that terrible for this matchup, and there it is. That's why he was asking if it was MLG. He wants to wall in Mystik's expansion. Mystik, his pool is already done though, so I don't think this will be a problem. 4 lings are already coming up, and he's actually gonna let these pylons finish. This Spinecrawler is gonna be able to do quite some damage, especially I mean, this probe is not going to be able to get on the high ground to get vision. He is even building a gateway just to reinforce that wall off, and this is actually so intense right now. What is he doing? He's building so many pylons and cannons and even a gateway there, and one pylon does go down, but he has completed the wall off. He has to cancel the hatchery. The drone does get away. And there we go, the probe finally making his way on the high ground, being able, because that pylon actually died. And look at this, finally the Spinecrawler is going to be able to punch away at these cannons, and that is just so much money going down the drain at this point. It is 300 for these pylons, 450 with the cannon, and another 150 to 600 minerals, plus the cancel on this gateway, plus the other pylon. That is just so much money going down the drain, and really he did not do enough damage for that, so I really have to give the advantage to Mystik at this point. He could even, it looks like he's going to go down here and start hacking away at the cannon with the lings. He could actually keep the lings on the high ground, not lose a single one, just kill the cannon with the queen at this point. So a bit of a waste there, but anyways, it is going to be able to kill that cannon that much faster. Now he is going to expand behind this as fast as he can. Meanwhile, Caliber just now getting his expansion up and running. He does have the harvester advantage though, so even though that cost him so much, he did deny the hatcheries for quite some time, forced a Spinecrawler, forced a couple of lings. I don't know how many lings he actually forced. He's going at it again, gonna have to force a cancel on this hatchery, and really that is not a mistake you usually see professional players do. When you go for an expansion like this, after being walled off, you usually send stuff as fast as you can to this other expansion. He is actually building his cybernetics core there. What is going on at this point? One cannon is going to finish up. He really needs to pull this drone or it's going to die. There it is. It's going to die, and really Mystique doesn't know what to do. I feel like he doesn't know what to do at this point. He is getting the gold base, which this I actually love, might as well, because, well, basically Caliber is not going to be on the map for quite some time at this point. Caliber has finished his second base, and it is now 26 Harvesters to 26 Harvesters for some reason. And Mystique just has a huge trust fund, not being able to spend that money. It is just such an annoying position to be in. He does not want to get a macro hatch, because right now if he does get a macro hatch, he is actually not going to be able to spend all that. He is actually going to be starved for money later on, and as I say this, he gets his macro hatch just to spend the money right now. And I don't know if this is a good idea, because that will produce so much more larvae that he's not going to be able to use up. He is going to have 4 hatcheries off of 2 bases before he saturates the gold base. This hatchery is really not going to be that useful. Meanwhile, he is pulling drones towards the gold base. That is going to be so good. And this spine crawler has to move down to the low ground, or else he's just going to lose so much. The drones are heading back, but now Caliber actually knows about this gold base, because he is wondering why the hell are all these drones trying to transfer to the gold base. Does he spot it? He does not yet spot it. He is going for the Xel'Naga tower. Now he spots the gold base. A few lings on the field, but I don't know if this is going to be enough. It looks like he is transferring drones over to the gold base, going to try and kill these zealots, but zealots are fairly good against drones. Guess what, guys? Yes, that is true. They are fairly good against drones. Looks like Mystique is trying to mine here, but that is just so much lost mining time. These drones could actually be in the main base, and Mystique had such an advantage, and Caliber just being so annoying with these zealots is kind of trying to push his advantage forward, or just trying to equalize the grounds at this point. He is sticking these zealots between the mineral patches, being just annoying, keeping Mystique's attention focused at the gold base at this point. And is anything else going on anywhere? I do eventually think that these are gonna die. Finally, the spine crawler was moved down to the lower ground. Meanwhile, how many gateways is that? That is a lot of gateways. That is 9 gateways. So this is going to be an all-in from Caliber, and I do think that this is actually going to work. I mean, these zealots are not going to move an inch before these for quite some time, and really, if Caliber just warps in here where his cybernetics core is, I mean, Mystique cannot use spine crawlers to defend this, because he will have to always choose between spending spine crawlers at his gold base or at his natural, and no matter where he puts them down, he is going to be wrong, because Caliber is just going to go to the other base. So he really needs to kill this with pure units, pure lings, because that's all he can produce for now, and he just has a tiny handful of lings right now, which is not going to be that helpful. Caliber can focus down the overlords. Now Mystique is actually supply blocked. This is such a strong push. Only 5 roaches in production right now. And I do think that Mystique, despite having a huge blunder at the start of the game, losing so many minerals, he is actually going to just walk up here and ravage Mystique. And what a game this was. The lings running up inside the main base. All of these drones being pulled back. I think he should actually sacrifice this natural expansion. That is what he's going to do. But even though he can kind of regroup his forces, he is supply blocked. He has been supply blocked for so long. He was not able to use up all his money that he saved up at the start of the game, and now he's just falling way behind. This huge push going to the main, to the gold base is just so strong right now, with 8 gates, 9 warp gates behind this, adding on gas, adding on everything everywhere, and really Caliber is just gonna take this game so easily, just like that. That was one of the weirdest games I have ever seen. So to recap, Caliber actually threw away so much money for like 4 pylons, a gateway, 2 cannons, which is, it sums up to almost 800, maybe 900 minerals total. Then he actually threw down a Cybernetic Core at the 3rd base and a cannon. Mystique did not take it down. Now he GG's out of here, and Caliber takes the series 2-0, giving his team an extra point in this best of 5 series. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This was one awesome game, and don't forget to look for me live tonight at 6 p.m. EST. Thanks, and see you next time.